Voilà, c'est bon. Et je peux commencer.
Bonjour à tous. Est-ce que tout le monde... C'est bon, tout le monde entend bien? Il y a eu les tests qui ont été faits, il n'y a pas de problème?
Apparemment, tout va bien.
Okay.
C'est OK pour tout le monde?
C'est super.
Parfait.
Luxembourg aussi?
Personne de Luxembourg.
Samuel?
La France? Accroché.
Et la France qui est de l'autre côté? Pas grand monde.
Paris?
Paris, est-ce que les gens sont là?
Allô? On verra qui est connecté maintenant. Ah, tout le monde là. Marc, Franck. Armel.
Mais là, à côté du micro, c'est un petit oui, je suis là.
Ok.
On attaque? Bonjour à tous. Donc le thème du jour, vous allez pouvoir vous en apercevoir, sont les systèmes d'information géographique. On l'a déjà fait il y a 2 ans, peut-être même, 2 ans, 3 ans. Une première introduction au concept, focalisée sur un client qu'on a en France, qui est la SNCF. Et l'idée aujourd'hui, c'est d'aller un petit peu plus loin dans les outils qui permettent de traiter l'information géographique. Et on terminera par quelques cas concrets que Ali va présenter. Donc Ali est consultant chez nous à Paris, donc chez Is France. Et il a notamment une spécialisation sur tout ce qui est GIS. Et c'est lui qui va donner la présentation. Donc je lui laisse la main. Voilà, donc n'hésitez pas, bien évidemment, à poser des questions après la presse. Ça va de répondre.
Ok. On est bien en train d'être enregistré. Parfait. Ok. Comment? C'est bon maintenant? C'est OK? Allô? Non, ça ne marche pas?
On t'entend toujours très bien, vas-y, roule.
Ça, c'est Patrice, oui.
On ne marche pas une carte. Ça fait quoi? Ça s'en occuper ou quoi ça fait? Il sera quoi?
Donc, il y a une seule personne qui est connectée maintenant et les autres ne sont pas connectés? C'est comme ça?
Je crois qu'il y a que la Suisse.
Bon, on t'envoie un message. Je t'envoie un message.
Ouais.
Écoute par Skype. Ouais. Vas-y par Skype, mais pas en...
Par,
en face.
en face? C'est bon maintenant? Ok. Donc, ok. Je peux commencer maintenant? Ok. Ok. I have to give this presentation in English actually for everybody to be understandable. That's good. Good start. C'est bon? Je sais pas. Parce que j'ai pas de réponse ici.
Non, il y a un seul plan. Je crois que pour le premier, puis après, il y a un coordonné aussi des autres.
C'est pas un conf call, c'est une seule personne qui peut connecter.
On appelle et puis les autres sont bloqués.
Mais c'est avec votre système de conference call ou pas?
Non, ça.
Oui, bien sûr, mais est-ce que vous travaillez avec un système? Est-ce que vous, en interne, vous avez un système de conference call
Non,
ou
on
pas?
travaille avec ceci, je crois.
Alors attendez, je vais vous apporter un chose.
Je peux continuer ou... Okay, so first of all, thanks for coming, and
Welcome, Annie.
thank you, thanks so much. Actually, I'm a little bit stuck here because I have to be just in front of my computer. Anyway, today I would like to present you something maybe a little bit new for you, and we will talk about GIS-based solutions for data processing and data visualizing, and let's say with the focus on the data formats that we already use in our project related to Archibus. So very simply, I will present you in the first part of the presentation a very brief definition of what's really GIS, but I'm quite sure that you already know what's the GIS, so I will go through that very quickly, very rapidly. But if you have any question, please feel free to ask me. No worries about that. And then we will arrive to the heart of the presentation, which is using GIS point of view of our data, most simply DWGs that we are working all the time, all day in our projects, and how we could take advantage of this new vision to the data for facilitate or automation or data integration, data manipulation in terms general. And I will present you at this part very powerful tool, which is FME, and I hope that would be that would be interesting for you. And at the end of the presentation, I will focus on how we could actually integrate GIS data directly to Archibus in terms of communicating in real time with the GIS data. And at the end of the presentation, I hope that you will get the idea, and I hope that I will get your comments on your needs that we could integrate, and I hope that we will get something like I like that. I wish to add this functionality on my project, or I will present that to my client, and I will use that in a future project. Okay, so that's these are the titles that we are talking about. What's a GIS? Very quickly, what's GIS? And let's say, what's the definition? What's the most proper definition for us of GIS? And the GIS out of Archibus, a little bit strange, but just to give you an idea with just one or two slide, that what we could do with our data. GIS software, very quickly, the GIS software which are available to us the open source one or commercial ones, how we could use them, but very quickly. And we will arrive to the presentation of FME. We will get into action a little bit with FME, how it's work, how we could use that, and then a couple of case studies that we already done in different projects. So I will present you that. Most important, it's a project that we did for SNCF in France, and because it involved, it include actually they using FME for data processing up to the communication and integration between GIS data and Archibus using web services. I have lots of things to present, so I'll try to be as quick as possible. But anywhere in presentation, if you feel that you were lost or you need more information on more details on one particular things, please feel free to just stop me and ask me. What is GIS? First of all, GIS stands for Geographical Information System. We could have lots of definition of GIS, but just forget all that because we don't need that. Very simply, what we need is just three main components of the GIS. Any object with the defined position X, Y, Z, does not matter in which coordinate system, X, Y, Z, that could be involved in GIS world. Any object with X, Y, Z can have different attributes, different description parameters that we could attach to this object using the database point of view. So we have object with position and some information attached to this object. And now we have lots of tools which is developed, pre-developed, let's say, done most of the time, to manipulate this data, visualize, inquiry, analysis, manipulation, modeling, and even sharing the data. Okay, and this is a structure that all you guys you have in your pocket with the smartphones. You have on your computer. You have in your car with the GPS. All this stuff is included in here. Very simple example of what we're talking about right now. Right now we are in we are in Crown Plaza here in Brussels, and that means that we are using a position XYZ. So that's a point with attached attribute to that, which is the address. And we have the background data, which is shared via the web services. And of course, we have different tools for data inquiry, tools for analysis, and even this part, which is the ad, it's related to the GIS because it's geomarketing behind that, which can relate different data to the different position. Okay. So we already talked about positions, attributes, and tools. So what we have today in our project in Archibus, of course, we're working most of the time with the Dwg files or Revit files. Okay, does not matter. It's the same approach, let's say. So we have position XYZ for each object. Of course, most of the time these positions are not related to the real world, but does not matter. We could work with that. And all communication between Archibus and DWGs is through Xdata that we could use it as attribute. Okay, so we have two main components here. We have object with XYZ with position. We have database part with attributes. So what we don't have here, it's the tools. Okay, but of course, I'll see so some of you guys give me a face that no, we have a tools for that. Yeah, I know. But what we're talking about is much more powerful than what you have today in Autodesk, let's say Gamma or anything else. But that could be interesting for you. Just wait and see. Of course, just a reminder that Archibus is already they already have lots of effort on integration of the GIS and different platform of the GIS data. For example, the ESRI, which is the, let's say, equivalent of Microsoft in GIS world, or even Google with the Google Map and everything. Okay, very quickly, we have lots of GIS softwares, open source or commercial. More important for us is it's the name that are already bolded here. In open source software, we have QGIS and GRASS as a desktop GIS. We have web map servers like GeoServer, and different sort of special data management software, and development framework like GDL, OGR, and but more important for us, of course, it's the part of commercial part. Why? Because, for example, we have already a partnership between ESRI and Archibus, which is integrated in Archibus as well, in the geospatial extension of Archibus. And we have lots of things here that you could use. Special databases, we have ArcGIS Server, Oracle Special, MySQL, and everything. But main things that we want to present today is the special data transformation, or let's say manipulation tools, which is FME. Okay. So let's quickly get into the action. FME stands for Feature Manipulation Engine. What we could do with that? First of all, we could connect data, and that's the main, let's say, use of FME. We could connect data from one format to the other one, and it includes more than 300 formats. Okay. For example, I will get an DWG file here added to the FME with lots of parameters that I can choose. Okay, just to have an idea. You have, let's say, probably all the feature of DWG files you can use or not. Okay, I will add it. And let's say I want to convert a DWG file to an Shapefile. Shapefile, let's say it's the standard format of ESRI that we could use in ArcGIS GAM. I will get only let's say Xpoly local. That's the name of the layer, and here I will call a writer. And you can see that's the whole formats available here. Okay, so I will get, for example, Shapefile, Esri shape, back. I will put it here, and bam. So I can link them together. Okay, and by running this workspace, it will get DWG file layer from DWG file and import it to let's say Shapefile here. Okay, so that's the first one. We could transfer data, connect data. Let's say we could transform data from point A to B inside. Between them, we could change the data. Okay, we could manipulate data. So I will show you later, because with the example that's more comparable. And of course, we could automate our workflow. Very simply, we could have our FME script, our FME workspaces, let's say, on cloud. Okay, and from Archibus, we could push the data to the server. We could call FME to manipulate data, get the results, and back to the Archibus and present it or use it. That's possible. So that's work that can work in a server mode, let's say. And just to have an idea, possibility to connect more than 200 of application and formats. And let's say any format that you can imagine, we could use here in Archibus, except for very rare, let's say, formats. Okay, so let's get into action. We will start with the DWG file from FME point of view. What does this mean? You have a DWG file, for example, exactly same thing. I will open it here. I have lots of things open here, so that would be a little bit slow. Okay. If I show you DWG inside FME, what it looked like, I will see it later, it's really object with attributes attached to that object. And it includes everything, even name of the DWG file, its attribute for object. That's the point of view of GIS, object with attributes, which FME use, even for the data which are not spatial. But again, that's attribute which work. So the main things here, we will get two different layers of an DWG file, which is real DWG file from SNCF project. Actually, it's the level 0 of Paris Gare. Okay, that's inside FME. Okay, and all data I need for, let's say, usually in French we use the verb archibusage, but in English I don't know, archibusing, let's say. What we need is everything which is inside X polylocal, all the polygons, and
La Suisse, vous m'entendez? On a perdu la fiche?
Oui, on vous entend.
Je vous ai envoyé un numéro de conf call. Comme ça, vous ne serez pas les seuls à monopoliser la ligne et tout le monde pourra entendre. Ça va?
Ça roule, on va se reconnecter là-bas.
Je vous ai envoyé ça par mail. Un petit instant, on reprend la séance dans une demi-seconde. Je fais le 0 ici, Nathalie. Putain. Pardon? Zéro d'abord.
Bienvenue sur Proximus Meeting Services. Veuillez saisir votre code d'accès, suivi de la... Vous entrez en conférence.
Patrick?
Patrice est là? Romuald aussi?
Ouais. Et Franck est là aussi.
Franck est là. On continue, merci.
Ah, ok, merci.
okay. So what I have here are all the polygons that I need for room representation, and of course I have data in here, okay, in two different layers, okay. I will get them, and if I click on polygon, you will see here everything is attribute to that polygon. Even handle of the polygon, name of the layer, even name of the Dwg file itself, and even Xdata. Xdata are the list which are really attributes, okay, attached to that to that polygon. So I know that. I don't know. Anyway, I'll continue.
Il y a quelqu'un qui crée un peu de perturbation. Vous pouvez couper le micro éventuellement.
Okay, so what I want here to present you, I want to get these polygons, okay, calculate the area for each one, and link ID local, ID room to polygon, and then at the end create a PDF file based on different section of area in different layer that we could use that, and add the tooltip for each polygon inside the PDF, which present ID room for that polygon. Okay, that's what we're going to do here. So I will get layer X polylocal, which has all the polygon. I will get ident local, which has the data. I will calculate here area simply if I tap area calculator. That will give me this transformer, which is the pre-developed script, and I can decide in what type of area and in which attribute, and even if I want to multiply by 2 or 3 the area, everything, I can decide and link data simply like that to this transformer, and result of this transformer to the next one. So it will calculate the area. Here I replace a little bit, play with the string inside the ID locale, and now I can merge them together based on the handle, because inside the SNCF files, a handle of the text, we could find it inside the polygon as well as X data. So I can link them together. So I know that AutoCAD entity handle of polygon is second position in X data of text. So here I will merge them together. I will add a test filter like that, which simply I can say, okay, if it does not, I can link that. If area is bigger than 20, that would be the first test, second, third one. So I have here area less than 20 meters, area between more than 30 meters, but between, okay, more than 20 meters, less than 100 meters, and more than 100 meters. Okay? And here I will add a feature color setter. Does not matter what's the format at the end. Here we could give to this feature, to this object, any color that we want. So here I give color green to the first part. Second one would be blue, let's say, and the other one is orange. Okay, sure. And at the end, I can call a PDF writer. That's a 2D that I will use, but we could have even 3D PDF here. So, and a 3 different layer. Okay, so if I run this, you can see the number of objects which has been treated by the script, and it's finished. So here I can have this one, just that's created right now, no fake, and inside Acrobat Reader I can have that, and here these are different layers, so I can turn on each layer, and I have ID number for each room as a tooltip for each polygon. Okay, just to have idea how FME work. It's a very simple, let's say in French, bidon example, but that help you to understand how it's work. Okay. Now I will back to presentation. So we will arrive to the first case study that we have, and it's presenting UBS buildings. We have, I guess, around 1,000 something buildings around the world of UBS, and we would like to create a KML file of all that and add occupancy data to represent occupancy data. Yep. KML, sorry. KML file, it's a format that we could use in Google Earth. For this project, data input, it's this file, Excel file, only and only, nothing more. That's Excel file with addresses inside, nothing more. Okay? I have address and a couple of attributes here, which is the capacity desk or capacity seat or vacancy. Okay? So, what we could do that. First part is just to geocoding the buildings. Geocoding, it means you have address, you need the position, XYZ. Okay?
Excusez, on voit plus l'écran de Annie.
Non plus le tambour.
En dessous, la connexion serveur est perdue.
Tac. Ça ne marche pas. Non, je suis connecté apparemment. Ah, attends. That should work now. Nathalie, non, je vais encore me connecter avec compte Nathalie. It's okay now?
Not yet.
Okay. So I was about to say that we used only addresses of how many 1009 buildings. And first of all, geocoding, it's something that today it's possible to do that inside Archibus. They've already integrated the ESRI capability of geocoding inside Archibus. So just to show you where you can find it. So c'est parfait. Okay. All this stuff here, map with address geocoder. you can use to geocode different data inside Archibus. Okay, it's your work ESRI engine to do that. Okay, but what we have here, it's more complicated. Why? Because we need exact position, and sometimes ESRI it's not capable. One source, one only source is not capable to give you the exact XYZ of a building. Okay, based on the address. So what I've done, inside FME, we will get information from Shapefile, and we will start with the Google geocoding. If we find building inside the inside Google and with the good fiability of the data, okay, we'll keep it. If not, we will go and check Yahoo. Okay. If it's okay, okay. If not, we will go check Bing. And at the end, because sometimes the problem, it's not the server, it's a time of responding. So at the time, the buildings which are not founded, we will again push them inside the Google to get a second test. And we could have this geocoded file. We have building ID, address, and fiability, and the XY for each building. If it's a number, means that source is Yahoo. If it's the text, means that source is Google. Okay. And now we have point for each buildings. We want to present it inside Google Earth with KML file. KML file does not support thematics, does not support symbology. But with FME, we could do that and replace really the sign of this pin that we have inside the Google Earth with something that we wanted. Okay. So, for example, in this, that's the pin, okay? But we want to present the occupancy, data inside. So we could change it to something like that. And if I click, I can have capacity desk and part which is remaining. And that's for all the, that could be for all the data of UBS. And with version 22.1 of Archibus, we could push this view inside Archibus. Okay, that's the first case study. We continue to the second one very quickly. Second one was when I'll get that from Reginald, and that was the 3D representation of I don't know it's a good term or not, it's a correct term or not, I don't know, occupancy audit. It's when they pass three times a day, 3 times a day, and record if one post is occupied or not, or I don't know what. Okay, I have a Dwg file. I don't want to open it, that it will take ages. I have a Dwg file of floor, and beside of that I had an Excel file like that, which is the each passage, let's say, and that was the base to first input data. So first of all, I used FME. J'ai pas le script ici, c'est pas grave. J'ai utilisé FMI pour convertir, pour d'abord faire une liaison entre fichier Excel et fichier faire une liaison. to just first join Excel file and Dwg file, okay, based on ID number and room ID.
Workplace number.
Comment?
Workplace.
Yeah, exactly.
Workplaces.
Workplaces, and then I pushed everything inside one open source GIS software, which is the QGIS. If you want, I can present you, but I guess you don't have the time for that. And at the end, I can have a 3D view in HTML format of this data, which are there. So you can see here we have a DWG file, Excel file. We will push them inside the FME script, and FME script then we will give us something to work inside QGIS, and QGIS can generate that. For who's they're interested is in 3.GS format. That's a new format for 3D representation. So I can navigate like that. These are workstations, and these are the meeting rooms. So I can like that turn on each passage like that, and if I click, I can have a data on each workstation. Okay. Just to have an idea, for we have a new set of data right now. DWG file has been updated, and we need that. It takes 5-10 minutes to regenerate that. Okay, and now we will arrive to the main part of the presentation, which is the SNCF files. What's the story? We have right now around 34,000 DWG file from all buildings of SNCF en France. Okay, and we had a project to archiving all this data. Okay, and of course that would be very, very difficult to use. We could use this all the time, but that would be very, very difficult. So we had in mind that, okay, we will give a try and work with FME, and we will see how it goes. So we started working with FME on these files, on these DWG files. Again, I remind you, it's around 3,000-4,000 file. Okay. First job for us was to preliminary data analysis. It's sort of audit on all the data. So we developed, of course, with the help of Pierre, Mark, and Frank, who explained to me all the details of the Dwg file of SNCF, and then I was able to insert it inside FME. So we started with the DWG audit, and what does that mean? It will get 5 layers of all DWG files. Okay, 2 layers, this one and this one, are identification, let's say, the information. This one is a polygon, this one could be polygon, and this one, it's all the donuts, the pillar, everything. Okay, so I will get to that, and now I'm able to test if they are treatable or not. Here, for example, and then I can get area of each polygon for later inserted inside Archibus database. Here I can check if all the layers that we need for data treatment are inside the file or not. And here, in these 2 parts, we could test if we have donuts and everything, because we could create the regions inside FME, but it's not very beautiful. We have lots of it's really a region in terms of AutoCAD, region of AutoCAD, a region object of AutoCAD. We could create it, but it's not very beautiful. So we decided we will create the region with AutoCAD. So I detect all the file that we need to go for the post-processing process inside the AutoCAD. Here we could use that, and all this, it's really GIS function, because all this is a graphical spatial test which we do between the polygons. I will get a polygon, I will check if it's inside the other one or not, something like that. Okay, so that's the first part that we could run, and I have a here, let's say how many I have, I guess 15. Well, 15 files, okay, that I can simply run here. And as I explained you already, everything is attribute to the object. So FME will not read file by file. It will read every object from every file which is inside the one folder, and at the same time, and it will dispatch everything based on the file name at the end. Okay, so when this finished, I will have all these CSV files which are the result of the audit. Okay, so I know that which file is treatable, which file is not treatable, and what's the reason for that, if it is treatable or not. For example, if we have something on KO, why is that? But really, it's not KO, but I know that there is no layer X edac in this file. Okay? For have an idea, it takes for 3,000-4,000. It will take around let's say 3-4 hours for complete audit of 34,000. Second part, we will start of treating this data inside the FME. So I will create the anything that we want for our archibuzzing. Let's say X data, handles, inside the X data, everything that you can imagine that you wanted for have at the end one file completed archibus completed, and just if you open it inside the smart clone at a cat, you can work with that, everything from point A to 0. And just to show you at the end how it's looked like. Okay. Okay, should be very quick. Lots of things open here. Wow. Okay. So I have alhamdulillah. Ça c'est regions, so it's not very beautiful here in FME. But if you open this inside the AutoCAD, you will not get that. And for each polygon, as you can see, I have all X data of each polygon, and everything it's already completed. So with FME, we could go give the file. At the end, you will get the file already completed. Okay, everything is automated. And even you can get all the information of each polygon and push it inside the Archibus database at the end. So it will populate Archibus database automatically. That will get for 34,000. That will get around. I can say if you had a problem or not, it will get around 2-3 days. To complete everything with FME. 34,000 files. 3 jours. Lisp, that would be up to 6 months. It really depends on the quality of the data, and then Lisp it's not very stable. So lots of stop that we could do that inside the package by package.
Yes, but if I try to summarize the advantage of FME for the mass and management,
yeah,
big amount of drawing,
yeah,
that it's taking, accepting the mass treatment much better than this principle.
Yeah, of course.
In the past, we would write a script, and this would open one drawing after.
Yeah, and of course it's much more easier to understand and working with rather than Lisp. Lisp it's kind of coding, but FME it's we could integrate coding like Python, which I did, but it's more easy to understand. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so just one more thing at the end that I want to present you. We have a DWG file, okay? We have the building footprint, we have everything, okay? Why not go and represent it inside the Archibus using a web services, okay? And or you have a client that already have all data inside one GIS-based database, which is the case for most of our clients. And we want to give to give this possibility to work and dealing with data inside Archibus. So that's possible as well. Okay, I will show you. Using FME, I converted one DWG file, exactly same DWG file, to a Shapefile, okay, which is the GIS file. So you can see here. Okay, I published this file with the legend which created myself inside GIS. That's a different department. 2, 1. It's really anyway. Voila. To ArcGIS Online. Okay. So right now I have a web service available in ArcGIS Online, and I can call this web service from Archibus. I can select city. In this city, I will go for this building, which is the same building. I will get all footprint of the building, and all this it's not inside Archibus. It's in ArcGIS Online. And if I click, okay, that's the name of that. Even legend, which I've already prepared inside the ArcGIS. And if I click here on that's the first floor, I can go to the second floor. I can first floor, and that's the legend that I had before. If I click, I will get everything, and it's sync with the Archibus database. So if we change here in Archibus database, it will change it inside the GIS data as well, and in real time. Just to have an idea, maybe that's better view. It's the same building. I can change. For example, I will take one room and change the department to buff. Save. And it will change the color. And that's the color GI, and it will change the database as well. So you have a synchronized database inside Archibus and the GIS part. So I guess I finished everything.
Can you make some kind of 3D?
That's possible. I've not tested yet, but right now with Maxime, I'm waiting for Maxime to send me some sort of data, and why not? Because web service can support 3D. So why not show it here inside Archibus?
FME make a web conference showing how to convert Revit files or model into
for Revit, it's
PDF 3D
wait,
with layers and everything.
Wait, that's amazing. That's possible.
Handle the 3-dimensional.
No problem of that. No problem of that.
To date with all the new software.
Exactly.
And BIM and so on. So they're treating every kind of detail.
Okay, so did I miss something or not? I guess I present it. That was very quick, but anyway, I'll be available for any question or comments.
What kind of training do we need to plan to be able to be autonomous for someone with some development experience?
Really not much. Of course, we need a couple of days working with FME to just get the idea how it's work, and after that, if you are capable to do some coding or like that, that would be much easier, and of course that maybe I can develop something as a base that we could change based on our different needs in different project and use it. Not much really. I guess couple of days for just introduction, and then if you have to just
like Excel. Everybody can use Excel, but really people who knows
exactly. It's exactly. But I have to say that it's not really like coding.
No.
It's more interactive, so that would be more easy to use.
More visual.
More user friendly.
Even I can create my own FME framework, so
Even you.
No.
everybody can.
Actually, he was the guy who insisted on using.
I was Annie's teacher at first.
Yeah.
Don't forget we need a
What kind of FME license do we have?
We already have a no say yes. We have a license for FME professional, I guess, and that's the annual. There is an annual fee for that.
1,200 euros.
Yeah, FME is not. It's not like ESRI. It's not very expensive.
No, there is a
But,
real fee, but it's worth.
And for how many users?
We have one for one user only.
One token.
Yes, we can use each other username.
Yeah. Of course, there's other solution as well for FME. For example, the solution of server, that we could have FME on server and everybody can use it, or on cloud. That exists as well.
J'ai une question facile en français. Ça concerne principalement les open space, les espaces. Est-ce qu'il est possible d'intégrer de la mémoire pour des personnes, pour des services entiers?
C'est quoi pour la personne?
Avoir des attributs, par exemple, qui sont directement liés à des personnes et à leurs services.
That would be that we have on n'a pas vraiment limite, ok? Tous les objets avec x, y, avec position et après une attribut on peut attacher là-dessus, on peut l'utiliser. Mais ça, c'est vraiment question d'application, tout ça. Ah oui, équipement, ouais, exact. For example, here, I have to go to the SNCF.
We have an example of that, where we show some equipment on the back.
For example, that's part of our presentation for SNCF, and okay. Here I have one image of the building, and for same building, which is in Chicago. Okay, I can show all the equipments that we have here. Okay, and that could be even with legend. I will show you later. But here I can simply get, for example, this one, which is this one. Okay, and let's say I would like to place this one here and say so. If I get that, right now it's here. But we have to have in mind, in Archibus, working with points, it's easy because we have two columns, latitude, longitude. So we could do, let's say, anything with the points. Polygon are more difficult to work with. Just to have like, for example, here I have the same building, and I can have all the equipments, let's say, and these are, it's a legend for the equipment, and if I change something here, it will change it inside the GIS database as well. And if I even place in different position, it will change as well. And if I change the level, I'm able to get a different symbol as well. And these symbols are not inside Archibus. These come from GIS part.
Ouais, c'est safe à ça. Je trouve ça bien.
C'est une petite démo pour les clients.
Ouais. On enregistre. On entendra ta voix sur la démo. On fera une nouvelle bande son. Non, mais il y a quelque chose pour préparer quelque chose.
On peut aussi mettre à disposition sur l'URL du compte là.
Avec un démo.
Sur la démo live, c'est il est déjà, parce que là c'est déjà un environnement qui existe. Et on donne les codes d'accès et on peut avec les
Oui, quelque chose d'accrocheur juste pour montrer, parce qu'on n'est pas tous commerciaux, mais il n'y a pas de démo, mais pour montrer un petit film sur les possibilités, parce que sur la capacité, la souplesse que ça a, je pense que ça peut intéresser certains. Si on peut juste montrer un petit film, après on s'est accroché.
En effet.
J'ai encore une question, c'est les 35 000 plans AutoCAD de la SNCF, ils ont les mêmes standards, on arrive à les récupérer en un coup.
Il y a une question qui peut savoir si le 35 plans
no, they are actually two different type of data in terms of application names and everything. So we have two different part data, or the data which are not searchable, and that in period of audit we could get which file has which schema, and we have for each treatment it will call different script for different treatment.
Et l'intérêt aussi des FME, c'est ce que vous montrez au début, c'est qu'on a une première étape où en fait, on va faire un tableau test sur les plans pour voir est-ce qu'ils sont compatibles avec une de ces données. Et s'ils ne sont pas, on va les parquer dans un autre endroit avec un petit texte pour expliquer pourquoi ça n'avait pas marché. Et ça, on peut aussi le faire avec des scripts, mais c'est beaucoup plus intuitif de le faire avec FME parce qu'en attendant, c'est
pour ah oui, it's around. I guess it's around 95%. Like. Yeah. And just for information, that part that I said that regions, we could work with the regions inside FME, but at the end it's not very beautiful. So we kept aside files that have to go under post-processing process inside AutoCAD. En 34,000, we had, I guess, 600 or 500 file that part of region so only. All the polygons which are not regions, it's already treated by FME. So only part of the region has been treated by AutoCAD, but even FME prepared polygon and the donuts in two different layers. So Lisp va prendre seulement ces deux polygons et tape créer région.
Comme c'est des gares, il y a beaucoup de salles qui sont genre des atriums, des salles des pas perdues, genre de choses qui sont des polygones dans des polygones, ce qui n'est pas terrible pour faire de l'architecture. Donc, effectivement, là, on n'a pas le choix, on pouvait faire des régions. La SNCF nous imposait de faire des régions et pas faire des jolis petits traits qui permettaient de faire le tour de, voilà, des ficelles, quoi. Et effectivement, on a repéré ceux qui étaient des régions, on les a mis dans des calques bien dédiés, ce qui permettait de faciliter ensuite la création des régions dans AutoCAD, parce que les objets considérés étaient déjà positionnés dans des cases de travail. Ça a très marché un petit peu.
Ça, la création des régions, c'était à travers un autre script liste.
Ouais, mais là, c'était dans AutoCAD direct.
Oui, c'est dans AutoCAD directement, mais c'est pas vraiment pour Lisp, c'est déjà fait parce qu'on a deux différentes couches déjà préparées. C'est tac, crée région. Oui, c'est comme ça.
Mais quand on voit ça, donc FME sert à extraire les données, à les analyser, éventuellement à les transformer, à les réinjecter dans un autre logiciel. Et ici, on voit que c'est lié directement. Mais le but n'est pas qu'Archibus. Normalement, Archibus est lié à une base de données, éventuellement à AutoCAD en direct, hein, on connaît tout ça. Mais le but n'est pas que Archibus soit lié en permanence avec FME.
Non, pas du tout. FME va préparer, comme un infographiste, let's say, préparer tout 2.0 à la fin, et il va populate la base de données Archibus. Donc, les plans sont prêts à utiliser dans Archibus.
Tac. On ressort FME. Il ne reste
pas connecté.
Ouais, pour compléter l'original, là aussi c'est intéressant avec la version serveur d'FME, c'est qu'on peut, par exemple pour les productions de cartes qu'on a vu tout à l'heure, et compagnie, programmer des tâches planifiées. On va dire par exemple tous les soirs à 2h du matin, tu vas aller récupérer les informations issues d'un tel dossier, pour les redéposer dans un autre dossier qui va peut-être être les fichiers avec les colors, pour que le lendemain ou chaque jour, si c'est la fréquence soit définie, les cartes soient actualisées. Donc du coup, certes c'est un outil intermédiaire de traitement de données,
exact.
Mais on peut le programmer à l'avance pour qu'il tourne de manière prédictible. Après, ça c'est
des travaux sur les ornets, parce qu'on a besoin de mettre par exemple. Ça peut être intéressant de réfléchir sur ça, parce que là c'est pas direct réel.
Alors après, tu peux récupérer la limite les flux d'informations, en réalisation de l'état de raison, le data on peut récupérer, si on a le flux d'informations, on peut traiter intégralement.
Tout ça dépend, une partie ça dépend d'argent aussi, parce que si on a par exemple les licences de Artist Online ou Artist Pro, tout ça, on peut même réfléchir les services en real time. Donc même on peut voir dans Archibus par exemple un bus qui passe comme ça dans la rue, c'est possible.
D'autres questions ou des questions
Des questions?
Ailleurs?
Peut-être que quelqu'un...
Ailleurs dans le monde?
La question ici. Je crois que
Eh bien, merci Ali, bravo, c'est excitant.
Merci à vous. Merci à vous.